As you guys know, Aaron Schoenke, former friend and director for Jason David Frank's Legend of the White Dragon, another day, another person is out to expose him. This time they sent me a message. Hi. Hello. Saw the video you posted on YouTube about Bat in the Sun taking advantage of JDF. Always been a huge fan of his. So I appreciate you shining the light on this matter. A lot of people know a lot of things about Aaron, but no one speaks out. This is so true. They are probably afraid he will retaliate against them and hurt them somehow. This dude is notorious like that. He ran several smear campaigns against the people he has worked with and was calling close friends. This is all alleged, guys. I don't know if any of this is true. He is known for taking advantage of people and then discarding them once they figure him out. Typical abuser. He tried to destroy careers of several people, and there is not one person he did not talk trash about behind their backs. I'm friends with one of the dudes close to Bat in the Sun, so I heard a lot of stories, even about JDF. On his pages, Aaron talks about how close friends they were, but in private, he told people that JDF was a promiscuous alcoholic. He is a selfish, greedy, shady person. I'm like, look, come forward. I can keep you anonymous. He lied about the beatdown budgets, by the way. My buddy told me the price range for those beatdowns, most of them were under 3, 4, 5K. The most expensive one was probably over 10K, maybe 20K at the most. I'm like, Jesus. So when someone comes forward with this, I'm just like, all right, dog, let's keep it going. And I'm like, look, I can keep you anonymous. Aaron went after some people he worked with in a big way. He legit tried to destroy their lives. One big one was when he tried to set up Sean Pusinino. He played, kick booty and did a fight choreography. Now, if you don't know, Sean is right here. And Aaron 100% worked with him on the Ninjak series as he was a stunt coordinator, where Aaron was the director for 8 episodes, according to this budget. Now we keep going. You like, wait, what? Unfortunately, I'm like, you got any proof? No one, unless performers speak out. He paid them $100 per day. This is in pertaining to the beatdowns. I'm like, oh my goodness. And the guy who did all the special effects is a handicapped guy from Russia. And he goes on to say he took advantage of. So allegedly he took advantage of the visual effects guy. I heard he paid him very little, but originally promised him that they were going to be partners. I'm like, look, I'm in this. I'm in this from this rando account messaging me. All right. I'm like, yo, how did he go after Sean? They were both after the same job, some project. What was the name? Kevin Porter was also in it. It's called Salvage Marines, which I didn't look up. So Sean was more experienced filmmaker, more professional. They hired Sean. Aaron got pissed. Now, this is tough, man. This is tough because this is a pattern. And if you're wondering what Salvage Marines is, it is right here. So let's see if we can corroborate it. So here is full cast, Salvage Marines, and there's your director right there, Sean. You like, wait. So like when you seeing this stuff, you like, hold up. All right. So Aaron got pissed. He started talking trash about Sean, obviously. What did Aaron do? Just so you understand, Sean is one of the most respected people in their industry. My buddy spoke very highly about him. Sean even hired Aaron as an actor to be in the project. And Aaron conspired, allegedly, guys, take this as alleged, with some chick to set him up. She tried to make it seem like a sexual misconduct on set, but Sean never actually did anything, so it failed because they weren't able to gather actual evidence. Wow, this is crazy. He viciously tried to go after Kevin Porter too, his Batman, which makes me wonder why Batman don't follow him. You like, hey, what's going on with Batman? Why he not following Batman? Okay. How do you go after Kevin? Now, this is all alleged, man. I'm trying to get in contact with Kevin, but I can't. He spread this rumor that Kevin is GAY, which is not true. Kevin is a family man and a father. And the fact that you mentioned about embezzling money from the budgets, I definitely believe that. I heard Aaron is a super greedy and took advantage of everyone he worked with whenever he could. Now, look, guys, you got to, like I said, you got to take this with a grain of salt. You know, it's really hard to prove some of these things. But one thing's for sure, two things is for certain. The greed is real.
Originally, I wanted to do 250,000, but Aaron wanted more. Greed.
That greed will forever be synonymous with Aaron. So like this kind of like, I'm like, dude, why does Kevin Porter not talk to him? Now it's hard to get in contact with Kevin Porter for comment because his DMs are like closed. So if anyone knows about Kevin Porter and he wants to go on the record and say why him and Aaron are like no longer friends or following each other on Instagram, please let me know. Amongst his peers, but it circulated. So I'm like, look, where did he spread the rumor? Or whatever, right? Amongst his peers, but it circulated. He is definitely know who he pretends to be, nowhere close to where he pretends to be. So thank you for being the only voice to speak on this. This is horrible. Like if this is true, this is horrible. It's horrible. He wronged a lot of people, but they don't want to speak up about it because they have careers to build and this dude is vengeful. I mean, like he's Mr. Peace and positivity is vengeful. I can see it. Why be scared of Aaron? He has no meaningful connections. This is me. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? If you notice, none of his old crew want to work with him. Kevin, Jen, Marisha, Sean, John, Tess, Tatiana, Dirk. These are some names. These are the names of the people who I'm working on getting to come out slowly but surely. So these are high on my interview list for what's the deal with what happened with, Aaron and him. And all I need is one person to come forward so that everyone else can feel comfortable coming forward. But, it's a work in progress. I don't think they're scared of him, just don't want to be involved in the scandal. Because this dude will drag them through the dirt like he did everyone I just mentioned. He badmouthed them all, and some of them lost job opportunities because of him. Damn, that's crazy. How did he not get sued yet is beyond me. Ugh, lawsuits are a rich man's game, And if he broke, what are you going to get from it? He definitely was not making enough money from YouTube. It's probably easy to calculate. But every time he raised money for the project, he always seemed to be doing much better financially. I mean, his overhead got to be small. He often does his own camera work. His dad does sound and music. A lot of prop makers give them deals and free stuff. Many locations they're sharing were free or cheap. They worked mostly out of their apartment, which means he saved a lot of money on taxes. So $2 million for directing? Is he Christopher Nolan or something? He definitely now look, man, we don't know if he pockets it, man. I understand a lot of people suspect that he pockets it, myself included, but unless someone's going to come out like Dinesh and just be like, yeah, this is what happened. So $2 million for directing, is he Christopher Nolan or something? He definitely pockets a lot of money, allegedly. The fact that he lived with his dad until he was 40 years old and only moved out when he married an OnlyFans cam girl who can afford to pay for the house with him should tell you something about his love for money. I mean, greed. If you start reaching out to his old crew, maybe someone will talk, which I interviewed someone from his old crew already. I just have to edit it. Probably going to have to sign an NDA with them first to ensure anonymity, but it might work. It's coming. There was a lot. I don't know everything, but I know he'd effed over a lot of people. And if you start digging, some of them will probably talk, especially if you legally guarantee not whatever. But watching your videos, I heard you discuss money embezzlement and budgeting. He definitely pockets most of the money. Why do I think so? Because average cost of his beatdowns was about $5,000. People worked for him for very little money, and often even for nothing. This is true. The person I spoke to said they were never paid. They were never paid for anything. Over time, he started listing budgets that were 10 times exceeding what he actually spent. The reason why Legend of the White Dragon is taking so long is probably because he's milking investors for money. Oh, God. These are some heavy allegations. There's a handicapped guy Aaron has been bringing to conventions and taking selfies with at the screenings. I believe this is Chris J. I heard he's an investor on the project. Not sure, but I heard he came from JDF. Anyway, when someone has invested a lot of money, millions in something, and a guy like Aaron might say he ran out of money, he needs more to finish. This is what Dinesh was saying. This is literally Dinesh was saying this. What was that, 2019? The choice is to lose what he has already invested and the project won't be finished, or keep on giving more. This is not an uncommon practice. Oof. Aaron definitely has the money because he just had a lavish wedding, bought his cam girl wife an expensive ring, moved into a big house. Granted, she's probably paying half of that from her pocket. She makes quite a bit stripping, which is kind of curious since Aaron has always been promoting himself as a man of high moral standards. Hey, everyone's high moral until they're not, But in reality, he has used people and backstabbed them. I heard about several cases, and he always got away with it. Some of the people he has worked with also are very shady, and he knows it, but he keeps them close because they save him money. This dude would gladly sell his soul to the devil, but no one is offering. And he sends me this video. And he's like, hey man, I guess this guy scammed some people and he works for Aaron, allegedly. I don't know. I don't see his employment records. This is one of the people from Aaron's team. He made props for Ninjak and some other stuff. I'm like, look, it's hard to get people to come forward. And since we have a small audience, it's rare someone would come forward through me. Who is shady that he works with? The handicap guy is Chris J, who allegedly invested millions. Check out the link I sent you, one of many. This is Aaron's prop maker, Jim Logan. He worked with him for years. Type in Google search Jim Logan scam. There's a lot of it's, my point is, if you know someone is a scammer and you have a high moral standards, you're probably not going to work with them. Aaron had no problem with that. Damn. I'm like, yo, he's sympathizing with me, like saying that it's hard to get people to come forward. No one wants to get dragged into a scandal. That's why you should offer anonymity by signing an NDA. This way, some people might actually spill the tea if they know their name won't be mentioned for sure. I don't know. Like I said, it's coming. I got to edit it. It's already happened. I'm a huge fan of JDF, and it pisses me off to see that Aaron is trying to profit from his death and reputation as he built. He's posted videos about how they were such great friends, but I heard that behind the scenes, Jason's back. He told people that JDF was an alcoholic, allegedly. Friends don't tarnish each other's reputation like that. Granted, that is speculation. I heard and do not know for sure if it's true. Might just be a rumor. I'm sure Aaron, he'll deny it, right? Look, I offer everyone anonymity. That sucks, but this is how he gets away with this stuff. And I was trying to tell him, look, man, if Aaron is really doing people dirty and all these people are no longer messing with him, what ends up happening is it becomes like an Aaron cycle. People come in, they work with Aaron, and then people leave and they never want to work with Aaron again. But people keep coming into the Aaron camp because they don't know what it's like. You know what I'm saying? So because these actors and actresses just won't speak up for whatever reason, maybe their careers are doing great and they don't want to be, attached to Aaron in any way, shape, or form, or even give him any clout, sort of say. They're like, I'm doing good in life. Who cares about Aaron? He's about to do another Kickstarter beat down that I won't be in. I can care less. I'm doing movies. He's doing YouTube. We in different levels. So, that could be the case. That sucks. But this is how he gets away with stuff. I really hope more people are going to come out, but they usually just cut him off and stop communicating with him, like Kevin or Sean, who is now a successful director, and Aaron is just mad jealous of him. Thanks for exposing people like this. Hey, thanks for the information. I released it Friday. Now, we had a good rapport, and he just was like, hey, I'm going to just keep giving you more stuff. Thank you. Good luck. Seems like you found a lot of information already. Try reaching out to Marisha, former host. I heard she was mistreated. Maybe she'll want to talk about it. She don't. Or Damien, the tall host. Don't know his last name, though. But I heard that originally he was also supposed to be a partner, like that Russian visual effects guy. And they were all pushed out and never got to see any share of profit. Don't take my word for it, though. Reach out and ask him to tell you. He might. If anyone thinks they're sharing any profits with Aaron, they're in for a fucking surprise. You know, they in for a surprise, dog. Now, this is the person I interviewed. I let them know, hey, well, is there a way we could talk about it? I don't want to like directly get involved. This isn't even my main account. So maybe you could help me sort and figure out what we could say and what we don't say. It may not even be relevant. You're already doing plenty of justice. This is the person I interviewed. I send this to them like, look, I'm getting people to come forward. I'm getting them to come forward. People are coming forward. This person came forward. Their interview is already done. What's it involving? I can call you on Instagram or I can call you on the phone or Discord, whatever you feel comfortable with. I don't want to be disrespectful. What time zone are you in? I worked on the sets of a bunch of Bat in the Sun things. There we go. So I let this person know like, hey, this person is coming. I'll let them know. Okay. Now he says, hey, I saw another part of your video where Dinesh tells JDF about how Aaron is playing games and tell him that he couldn't do the reshoots because the factory got sold. So here's a fun scoop for you about this factory mentioned there. I heard that Aaron got that hookup with the factory where he had unlimited access to it and only had to pay $200 per day. Allegedly, we don't know, which is nothing. That's why he shot there so much. And he was supposed to take care of that water company. I don't know, like promote them or shoot the commercial for them for free as a thank you for all the money he saved. But he never came through. This is all alleged, guys. The name of the water is Alpha 10. You might be able to interview the owner and get a scoop from him because he is taken advantage of by Aaron for years. And since he's not in the industry, he might talk. Maybe. This is another person that soon will come forward. I know Aaron about to be like, hey, do not talk to Henry Resilient. He about to be telling everybody, hey, do not talk to him. I don't know if you realize that you're actually doing some real life superhero work. I'm like, dude, this is like the second person to say this. Like, this is the second person to say this. And I'm like, bro, this is just YouTube director guy who's jealous of Kyle Higgins' success and pretty much everyone else's success. And he'll tell you he's not. He's really happy doing, working on, his projects or whatever. So Aaron is a bully. Not many have spoken out until now. From what I understand, people who are connected to him can't really go off on him because they or someone else might get harmed in the process, kind of like Dinesh and JDF. I'm like, really? Aaron is a villain? Not a major villain, but definitely an aspiring one. And this is the company, Alpha 10. Now, like, the only reason I didn't reach out to him, like I looked him up and everything, is because it's their whatchamacallit site. So we're almost finished. Now, this company provided the location for Bat in the Sun. How do you know Aaron? Do you work with him? Is it personal to you? Nope. Don't know Aaron. I'm more of a JDF fan, been covering delays of Legend of White Dragon, and all delays point to Aaron. I'm just a guy. I'm just a nobody, like the movie. Me too. Love JDF. Met him at a con. He was such a good dude. So nice to meet. Very warm, not like most celebrities. That seems to be the consensus. I never met him. I was actually, may have been, I'm not going to say. It doesn't matter. And he really cared about the fans. I think that's why everyone is pissed at Aaron, profiting off JD's legacy. He said, I would like JDF. More people are tired of Aaron talking on the behalf of JDF. And according to Aaron, only he knew about JDF and he was the closest to him and blah, 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 dog. Anytime Aaron starts saying, and JDF this and JDF that, I just be like tuning his ass out, dog. Yeah, I heard he talked stuff about him behind his back, some friend. The fact that he's using his name to get more money out of everyone is just so annoying. That weekend at Bernie's reference in one of your videos was on point. Oh, man. Honestly, I suspect he spent the movie budget on his personal expenses like house, wedding, ring, etc. That's why he doesn't have enough to finish the movie on time. I get it. Making a movie is a process and it takes time, but not as long, right? When there's a budget for it, you can hire a team, get stuff done. So with $4 million, how does he not have enough for post-production? Where did the money go? It's pretty obvious that everyone is thinking it is. Oh, yes, definitely the old days. It was harder to make stuff. it costs more money. The budget seemed to be anywhere between 4 to 6K, according to what I heard. And then he realized that he'll make more if he just lies about it and budgets and start to look 10 to 30 times higher, but the quality is still about the same. And the performers say they were getting like $100 a day, which is crazy. Would never put myself through so much for so little. Never got that part. They just was really into it. By the way, all of the main Bat in the Sun people unfollowed Bat in the Sun and Aaron a long time ago. I have always wondered what happened. I mean, why? It can't be a coincidence. I bet if you reach out to them, make a statement, even if they refuse already, it's a scoop. Because if they refuse, it means he effed them over and they don't want to join drama. The last one, just interviewed someone who knows Aaron. Great interview. Monday should be released. Sweet. Not all heroes wear capes. People like you make the world better. I mean, this is like grade A. Thanks, man. JDF will be happy to know you stood the ground for. I'm just standing the ground for truth. And here's the budget. Is that Jeffrey Logan's guy name on this joint? I don't see him. I don't see the Logan guy. So I see props, but I don't see Logan. So I don't know. Well, guys, what do you think of Aaron getting exposed? You think there's some truth to it? You think it's some lies? The truth can, be in the middle. People exaggerate, It is what it is. But, I think it's the most telling part is Kevin Porter. So if y'all can get Kevin Porter, y'all got some contacts, put him in contact with me. This is where I want to start. Start at the head. Kevin Porter was part of one of his most successful videos, and he doesn't even follow him. And if that rumor is true, goddamn, man, Aaron's a piece of shit. So do me a favor, like the video, share the video. It may get more people to come forward, and I'll see you next video. Peace.